what I was saying about COVID being a blessing, actually, was there were a ton of A-list musicians that were honestly not sure when they were going to get their next paycheck.
Right.
And they weren't on tour.
Right.
So I was able to get A-list musicians on my debut project.
This is Happy Hour with Deb. Let me introduce you to the rock star standing next to me.
My name is Timmy McKeever. I'm co-hosting with Deb.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Yes. It's an all-star week here at Happy Hour with Deb. So today, one of my favorite girls in the universe, Hope Blanchard. Welcome to Happy Hour, my love.
Thank you so much for having me on, Deb.
Please. How could we not have you on? How could we not? And you look lovely.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
I'm little, for all the viewers who are going to see these, I'm a little shook because I have had the greatest in this room today. I've got country music's greatest in this room today.
It's been a good run.
It's been a good run, right?
It's been a vibe.
I'm going to quit my day job and work with Deb.
I mean, this is the most fun I've had in a minute. So.
Right. Heck yeah.
Well, you have 3 days. You only got 12 interviews. You can just come down. You can help me out a little bit.
I'd love to.
Yes, I would love to have you. Anyway, friend. I don't even know the backstory to take me how we got into the country music industry.
I am originally from Massachusetts, so was super weird for me. But my mom always was playing country music when I was growing up.
She was a good lady. She's a good woman. Mom, you did good.
She is my favorite. So it's all that I grew up listening to. And I remember being in like elementary school, and I'm from Cape Cod, so I'm from the beach too, Timmy. Mine just isn't warm all the time.
Right. I was in Cape Cod last December.
Oh, it's
and let me tell you something. They're like,
winter.
you need to come back in the summer. I'm like, I don't know if I'll come back ever.
Yeah, no. In the summer,
it's amazing. I hear, yes.
In the summer, it's incredible. But I remember being in elementary school, and we were all talking about what we wanted to be when we grew up, and I was like, I want to be a country singer.
Wow.
And people were like,
why?
What do you mean country?
What's that?
Like, what's country music?
Seriously, they're like, what's that? That's weird. But it's just all I had ever known. And then I remember Taylor Swift came out.
Now, what artist did your mom play? Who did she play when you were?
Oh my gosh. When I say everyone, I literally mean everyone. I listen to the Chicks a lot.
She's a good soul.
Yeah, she was incredible. My papa, he was always playing Patsy Cline.
Oh, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
My favorite. Yeah, and then Taylor Swift came out, and I remember hearing her on the radio for the very first time. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's a young girl from up my way.
Right.
She's in Pennsylvania.
She's from Allentown, Pennsylvania.
And so I was like, no way, this is a young girl that's doing it. I want to be just like that.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I caught the bug and it never went away.
So you're a Swiftie.
Oh.
Are you a Swiftie, sir?
Answer wisely to
I don't,
me.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift a lot, but I respect her as a songwriter and I respect her as a businesswoman.
Right.
Okay, period.
So I have the utmost respect for her. She's not in my playlist or anything, but
period.
I
We're
do
going to
respect
change
what
that.
she's got
I know,
going.
right? Hope's like, give me
you
your
can
phone.
you can
Give me
expose
your
me to
phone.
some bangers. I'm all ears.
Yes.
Right. He's got to watch Cheers first and then.
Yeah, I got
Cheers
a lot of stuff
and
to do
Taylor
this
Swift.
weekend.
Yeah, you've got some
a lot of binge watching.
Like, I will check in with him. I'll be like, Timmy, what episode are you on? Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, she is from Pennsylvania, and she was a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan until, of course,
Travis.
Yeah. But
Travis.
We all saw the outcome.
But you know what though? She
She
didn't wear red to the Super Bowl, and I think it's because,
yes,
she's an Eagle.
Listen, I have a lot of respect for Taylor Swift, but I love football. And when she came out, I'm like, where's the game? Pan off Taylor Swift.
Everybody.
So I became one of those. And I have a lot of respect for the Kelsey brothers because, we had a Kelsey in Philly for a while. So I get it. All right. So you're probably around the same age as she is.
She is 32. I'm 25.
Oh, but you're still a Swiftie. My daughter was a Swiftie.
Swiftie.
Back in the day, I took my daughter to say. So how'd you transition into this? What happened? You said I want to be a country music singer. And they're like, get off Cape Cod.
Yeah, I mean, I just, grew up playing at, my friends were at like ballet class and I was singing in bars.
Yeah.
You're like American Blonde. You weren't good at soccer.
Right? Yeah, I mean, no, I played all the sports and it was fun, but music, once I got to high school, I just I think I played one I played on the softball team for 1 year, and then I was like, no, I'm going all in on music.
So great.
It's always been like my everything, but yeah, I just always did it, and I knew I was either going to go to college down here or something was going to happen, and I was going to come to Nashville. And life was crazy. And Mitch, who is operating the podcast right now.
Mitch is our producer on our Happy Hour with Deb.
He is. Mitch was an artist for a while, and I was like one of those girls that messages Timmy.
Oh,
and I messaged Mitch.
I don't want to have to hurt you.
Listen, my first message to this man was, I asked him to like vote for me in this singing competition as an excuse to talk to him. It's so embarrassing. And I ended it with...
that's not punny.
I ended it with, I love you. Timmy, you never know. One of these girls in your DMs might be your future wife.
You never know.
Because
you don't know.
We became best friends, and we were talking. And then he flew out one Christmas to surprise me. And we just were in love.
Story
like we were in love. I met him twice before I had a ring on my finger. And we've been married for 7 years. And I got married at 18, and everyone.
I was gonna say you're not that much older than 7 now. Wow.
Yeah. So he ultimately was what got me down here to Nashville. I lived in Iowa. He's from Iowa, so I lived there for a year, which was really cool to get to experience like the Midwest and like country,
world.
You know.
People,
so I knew what I was singing about.
Yum. See the world.
Yeah. So we lived out there for a year, and then I was like, hey, if we're gonna do this, let's go do it. Like, we're too young to be sitting here. So
every artist says that, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow. At some point you have to.
You
and
do.
Like
you gotta go.
Yeah,
and
I'm
jump.
so excited for you, dude, because you got like a head start. You know what I mean? Getting started so young, and you have a family that is so supportive and so nice. You guys, the McKeevers, they're so sweet.
I'm not even kidding you. The McKeevers are the best family.
They are.
I swear, if I said I'm coming to like Aruba or wherever they were, they'd be like, "Sure, we'd love to have to come." Like they're fantastic.
Seriously,
they're the best. They are the best. They are.
Seriously,
sweet.
But we were here for like, I don't know, a year in an apartment, and our lease was coming up, and it was getting to be really expensive.
Now, were you playing? Were you?
I didn't my first year. A lot of people that come here, like the second that they get here, they start playing out. Mm-hmm. And I didn't because I didn't have any music recorded yet.
Okay.
And I knew if I was going to go out and be serious about this, I was like, I need an EP.
Yep.
So we put together an EP, but yeah, a year into living here, we were like, rent's going up. I don't know if we're going to be able
coming to Nashville. That happened to Texas too. Everybody went to Texas.
And so Mitch was like, we might have to move home. And I was like, the hell with that.
Yeah.
And I said, I remember we were sitting out we were sitting out by the apartment pool, and I was like, hey, I've seen this thing on Pinterest called van life. And he had never heard of it. And I showed him some pictures.
This is a great story, by the way.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah.
I showed him some pictures on Pinterest, and people just take these like empty cargo vans and they convert them to living spaces. Mm-hmm. And well, at first I said, let's live in a tour bus.
Let's live in a tour bus.
They're expensive. Otherwise, Deb would already have one.
Listen, y'all
they're
can
very
live
expensive.
In my tour bus.
Timmy
can have a private dressing room. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of love on the tour bus.
Seriously.
Don't worry.
Well, I quickly learned.
We'll drag a trailer with that sucker. Don't you worry.
Sometimes I think about a trailer. But yeah, I found out tour buses are really expensive, and I brought up this idea of van life. And within minutes, this man was on the phone with dealerships. He loved the idea.
I love it.
Like a couple, I don't know, maybe it was that weekend, we started test driving vans, and slowly but surely we sold everything that we owned, pretty much. We just kept like very minimalist. Like we kept a couple forks, a couple spoons.
Right.
Like, and we have a dog too. We have a dog we have to fit in this van.
Yes.
And we're not getting rid of her.
Ocean, who's floating around here somewhere, I guess.
Somewhere. Right? Oh, her fur is probably quite literally floating around. But yeah, so we did the whole van thing, and COVID hit. Our plan was that we were gonna tour in the van and play some shows and things, and then
that's Timmy and I's dream, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. We'll have to.
I know. Don't worry. There's plenty. We got plenty of time.
Yeah,
we got plenty of time.
2025 is our year, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes. Yeah. So I remember Mitch called me, and he was such a sweetheart. COVID hit, and we had decided I was going to record this EP. And he took a job.
With a mask and nobody working.
Seriously. It ended up being a blessing, which I'll get to in a second. But he was so sweet. He took a marketing job, and he said, I want you to write this EP because in a few years, like, if God forbid this doesn't work out, I want this to be the best time of your life.
Wow.
And expenses were low because we were in a van. So he went off to work in the morning, and I just got to write songs quite literally in the back of my van in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. And so,
first of all, every good thing comes out of Cracker Barrel.
Period.
Not kidding you. The sticks, the raspberry, blue, like I love it. I love Cracker Barrel.
I'm like, hey, sponsorship, please.
I know.
I love them. Quite literally wrote my EP in the back of your parking lot.
Don't worry. We'll have her visit. We'll tour her. We'll tour Hope to every Cracker Barrel.
That's the goal.
We're up and down 95 on the East Corridor.
Seriously. But yeah, he was just so sweet. I wrote the entire EP back there, and it was so much fun.
Wow.
Yeah. And then,
that's love.
Oh, this
because
man,
he had a dream as well.
Oh, and also this whole podcast is me just hyping Mitch up. But no, for real, he's such a great man.
He is a great man.
My EP ended up being, originally I was going to do 3 songs and he was going to do 3 songs. And he got 1 song in and he's like, I want you to take my 2. Like, you need it to be 5. I just feel like God is putting it on my heart. These are supposed to be yours.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow. That's crazy.
God.
Like, that is very sweet.
Get out there and open the eyeballs of some men and lick in there.
Lick around in there.
Lick around. Get some in there.
That's so funny. But what I was saying about COVID being a blessing, actually, was there were a ton of A-list musicians that were honestly not sure when they were going to get their next paycheck.
Right.
And they weren't on tour.
Right.
So I was able to get A-list musicians on my debut project, which was crazy. Like, Danny Rader, he plays out with Keith Urban, Kenny Chesney, like lots of people. And I was just so stoked because I was able to have those types of
amazing connection
people on my EP. It was a really cool experience. So I did tell Mitch, I was like, even if this is like top tier, this was pretty cool.
Right.
So, yeah, that's how I wound up here.
It is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. But
yes.
I love, now that we work so closely together, you're such a beautiful soul.
Thank you for saying
you
that. You
really are. You're such
Truly.
a...
Like, your personality, like, lights up the room. Like,
totally.
It's actually, like, it's infectious. Like,
you are so sweet. No, Timmy, okay, let me brag on Timmy for a second. I saw you at Whiskey Jam, and I remember I literally was such a creeper. I was, like, taking pictures and videos, and I texted Mitch. I was like, across the room. I texted him from across the room. I was like, this kid is going to be huge. Like, he's going to be huge. And then I walk in one day, and you're hanging out with Raised Rowdy, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. That's, like, twice in, like, the matter of a couple weeks. And then you come to Devs.
Yeah.
And it's, like, a couple weeks. And then I see him at the Preds game.
Oh, my
God.
And I'm like, okay.
Did I tell you about that?
Yes, you
Yeah,
did,
how we saw them at the Preds game.
First of all, that is a huge... Bridgestone, right? Bridgestone is... massive.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, hey, there's Timmy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the universe.
So we're supposed to.
Yeah, there's a weird way that the universe puts the right people in your path.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's so funny because it's hard to be, in this, and it's probably harder for me than y'all. But like, I had to beg for my first podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to Holden Barter. I love you, sir. Like, we talked for 2 hours and just a great, and then I wound up getting all of you, which is like the universe's way of saying this is what you were meant to do.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for saying
So how long have you been here in Nashville?
How long have we been here? Like 5, 6 years?
Wow.
I feel like every time I'm asked that question, I say 5 because time just doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I tell people I'm 29. Like, if I get pulled over, I'm like, officer. Yeah, I am saying you're right. I'm like, officer, I'm 29. I don't have a lot of life skills.
I don't have a lot of life skills. That's hilarious.
That's what I do, and they're like, "Down your life." I'm like, "Well, they just got the imprint wrong."
Yeah. So
in my head, I'll never be over 29.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how it works, but my mom is 32 and my nana's 26.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, my daughter's 27. Mm-hmm. So, but like that's her problem, not mine.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with me.
At a certain point, you freeze, and I think that I want to stay 25 forever. That might be the age I pick.
When you hit 25, you're gonna be like, damn.
Dude, but
Yeah, I
men
got a
are
bit of
so
time.
lucky. Like, I was just telling Mitch the other
They
day.
get better looking with age.
Yes,
Did you see Jason?
I was just literally no. I was just telling Mitch the other day. I was like, "Damn, 30 looks good on you, buddy."
Like they get better
and I'm like,
looking
when
with
do I
age.
need to start doing Botox?
Tonight?
Deb's like, I'll bring you.
Tonight.
I
I don't think you need it, but I think it's like having a fire hose in your house. You just shit you have.
I've heard different things. I've heard some people say that you should get preventative Botox, and I've also heard people say that if you get it too soon, it makes things worse.
We're gonna Google that. I don't know. Like, to me, being comfortable in your own skin is beauty.
Period. You heard it here first.
You know, I really think that we work so hard to either look younger or whatever it is, be skinnier or whatever the heck it is. But really, when you're comfortable, and you are so comfortable in your own skin, when you're comfortable in your own skin.
Thank you for saying that. I don't feel it.
You have it all. Like, you're the world opens up when you start being like, you know what? I am the badass everybody tells me I am.
Mm-hmm.
And you are. You're my favorite badass, too, by the way.
You're
she
my
really
favorite
is.
badass.
Because she's my little, like, Hope's the only person I can call and be like, do I do blue eyeliner or green? She's like, oh, yeah, do you want to get your social media out? And I'm like, oh, yeah, but which eyeliner? So tell us about the transition into the other end of the business.
Yeah, so I have a lot of friends that are very, very fortunate, and I'm so happy for them to have like investors or parents on board that are able to pay for their music or they're signed. I am not in that position. My parents gave me my parents gave me a lot of love, but we were not like well off at all. So everything that I've had to do for my career, I have had to do.
Yep. I'm going to be honest. That is the making of a true character.
That's
Me
an
too.
independent.
I had to earn everything I ever had. So.
That's most independent artists too right now.
Yep.
So I had to, if I wanted to post a video, okay, we're gonna video edit. We want to do a music video, okay, Mitch, we need to buy some cameras and we need to figure out how to do this. Graphic design, Mitch, I'm like, I don't know where I would be if Mitch, he bought me this like really old MacBook one day,
right? And
he downloaded Photoshop on it. He's like, okay, Hope, you're gonna make your first logo. And I was like, I don't know how to do this.
I know. That's why I torture the two of you. I'm like, I don't know anything.
Oh, I've fallen in love with it.
I literally
like.
And if I don't talk to one of you in like a 2-day span, I'm like, where's my people?
What are they doing?
What are they doing? I'm like, the van life's working for them, and I wasn't invited to the van. No, I'm joking.
The van is very crowded, but we should. I always tell all my friends, I'm like, I should boot Mitch out for a night and have a little slumber party in there. It would be fun.
We should do a happy hour slumber party.
We would
Let's
have
do
to
it the Omni this week. We're in the perfect situation.
We would literally have to snuggle.
Yeah.
Tim, you'll perform. I know all the words to the song, so it's fine. He'll have a whole karaoke moment going on there.
Seriously.
Yes.
But I just had to learn how to do all this stuff on myself just to survive and be able to say I did the dang thing.
Right.
And I slowly was like, I'm a type 3 on the Enneagram, which means I'm a performer. Have you done the Enneagram?
I have not. People have always asked me that.
You gotta do it. Have you done it?
I don't think I have.
Oh man. So
Jimmy's like another. He's like shit. This
he's like another thing to do.
Right.
Which means I'm like the performer, and I quite literally like if I'm not good at something, it's bad.
You're a little perfectionist. Right?
I'm a little perfectionist.
Yeah.
And so when I do find something I'm good at, I always have to like ask myself, do I really like this, or am I just good at it?
Right.
Because I like being good at things.
Right.
So,
we all do.
Yeah.
Right.
But so I realized, I was like, hey, like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm kind of good at this. I'm like, I'm kind of good at this stuff.
Right.
So I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it. And yeah, I just launched. It's called Clutch Socials, and it's our social media content creation company. And
by the way, you guys already have a name.
Thank you.
I'm not just saying this because I love you to death. I'll adopt you like a puppy. But
yay!
When for the viewers that are watching, the Country Radio Seminar is this week here in Nashville, and it is really just press and artists and parties. It's not really opened to the public, and like I think Mitch told me if it was, can you imagine the flooding of people that would be?
It would be
Nashville?
like CMA Fest for real.
It would be crazy, right? But so when managers and PR and labels were reaching out, the first thing they say is, "Who do you work with? Who's your team?" And when you say Clutch Social, they already know. So you already have a huge name.
That's very exciting.
I mean, there was, I want to say 3/4 of the people, as soon as I said I work with Mitch, they're like, okay, I don't think they were going to give me a damn wristband. It's like, I need to borrow Timmy's.
That is, I need to borrow Timmy's. We'll just get little wigs.
I know, right?
Try to be real cute. Be like, I am Timmy.
I'm like, we're like, family.
Actually.
What do you mean I can't go on Timmy's wristband? Yeah, it's true. So you've done a amazing job. Now, what's it like doing this job that you and Mitch have? And you guys are incredible. I've been working with you since January 1st, and I love you both like family. And you do. And how about like let's give a little pump up for Deb's numbers that are going
Deb,
through the roof, right? So, but how do you balance both?
I surprisingly balance it pretty easily because I don't have to turn on or off the creative switch. So I'm lucky that I get to be creative all the time, whether it's like I'm writing a song or Remy, for example, right? She's okay. She has
Remy Garrison.
Shout out Remy Garrison. I love you so much. She's like my best friend.
She's the best.
But I'm like, okay, Remy's releasing the song Delusional. Let me listen to it. Let me come up with content ideas. So I'm just always being creative. And also I genuinely, like, for better or for worse, I love people.
I don't think y'all sleep.
I'm on my second Celsius.
Right. Not only that, but like when my passwords need to be changed, it's like 11:30 night, and they're working and they're happy about it, and like nobody's complaining.
I love my job.
It shows in everything you do.
I really do, and I love my people too.
Yes,
like
you do love. I love people as well.
There's not a single client that I have right now that I'm like.
Give it 6 more months. You'll be like, Deb's the problem child now.
Deb's the problem.
They're like, up her rates immediately.
No, it's so much fun. So I genuinely I had this fear in the back of my mind that I was gonna, put my music on the back burner and, be so focused on because this is what I do for a living. This is my big girl job.
Right. I know.
And so that does take priority.
Suck, those big girl jobs.
I know.
I mean, and the better you get at the other jobs, you're like, I just want to be, I don't I just want to tour bus into podcasts and hang out with you guys. That's all I do.
But I genuinely love everybody that I'm working for. So those feelings that I was worried that I would have about I wish I were working on my music right now. Genuinely, they're not there. Because after hours,
you're working on their music.
Yeah, and it's so much fun
though. Oh, it's great.
I
love to see you guys all together. It's great. It makes my heart happy. It's just such a wonderful. I get a warm fuzzy when I see them on social media all together, right? Because I've interviewed them all, and they've quite honestly, all of them have become like family to me. So it's we cheer for the people that, we cheer so hard for you guys. You don't know. If you knew the amount of love that goes out for the both of you.
Thank you.
Cheer so hard. I can't wait. I can't wait till you're opening the biggest stadiums. I just can't wait. And there's no doubt in my mind that you guys are going to get there. So
thank you.
So that is such an amazing. So are you performing? How much are you performing? I know we're just, for all the viewers, by the way, Nashville just officially opened up like a drive-through. Just like this week, because the winter is that December, January thing in Nashville. Half February sucks.
Yeah, I don't have very many shows on the books right now just because things are so slow right now.
Yeah.
I've been every single Friday, though. This is my favorite. I'm such a dork. Most girls my age are going out and going to the bar on Friday night. And me and my producer were dorks. And we get together every single Friday.
Oh my gosh.
And it's Friday night. We order pizza.
Right.
I have a little Diet Coke with lime. And
love that.
We've been writing. So I'm working on my first project now. I'm gonna drip them all as singles, but my first album, which is really exciting.
That's enormous.
Mm-hmm. I'm super excited about it. We've already released a couple. But yeah, it's fun. I'm writing every single Friday. Some of them I'm meh. And some I pitch out to people. I've pitched a few songs to Remy.
Yep.
And
I love that meh. I'm the same way. There's days where I'm like,
Yeah, you know,
I'm like, Deb, step into the role. Not this. I could do this every damn day of my life. Like,
that's the biggest thing I've learned from consistently writing is you're not gonna catch a big fish every single day.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. It's always just ups and downs. It's especially like in this industry, like you could have a great show and then like with 5,000 people there, and then the next show you play there could be 50 people there.
Right.
And you could have one post do 1 million views, and the next one you post could have 300. And like same
the
thing
next
as
10
songs.
you get could have 300.
Exactly. And it's the same thing that goes for writing. It's always just ups and downs. So you just got to stay positive through all of it.
100%. And it's important that you show up regardless of how you feel.
The key to life is not perfection. It is consistency.
I need to hear that.
If you ever want this, look at there's the life coach coming out, Deb. Anything you want I believe we as humans are capable of doing anything. We stand in our own way, or we hold on to something that's no longer serving us. But if you can consistently do something every day with the attitude that it's going to get to greatness, it's not perfection. Nothing is perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect. It is consistency.
Yeah.
And I tell people, even that are like, oh, you know, I work with people and they're like, I'm a procrastinator. I'm like, let's take it slow. Set your timer. Siri, set my timer for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And for artists, when the days you don't feel like writing or it is overwhelming or the social media, like set a timer for 15 minutes. You're going to feel inspired and motivated. So there's a very good chance you're going to do way longer. But if you didn't, you consistently gave it the 15 minutes. That is truly.
Yep. My Fridays are my 15 minutes.
That's it. That's it, girl. And you can climb mountains. It's the same thing as the gym, you know. You don't see results when you go to the gym. So we're like, oh my God, I'm never going back to that gym. This thing sucks. If you can consistently show up every day in an authentic way, you can be any human being you want to be.
Yeah.
It's really, and that's, you know, even with the you know, people knowing who you are and you know, dealing with and you do it so beautifully. Like, I never hear you rattled even a little bit. So
thank you.
You do such an incredible. Tell me what 5 years looks like from now.
5 years from now. Oh man.
I love this question, by the way.
Thank you.
It's like my favorite question.
It's like yeah, for real. It's the most difficult, but it's my favorite. I have my goals and aspirations for my music. Like American Blonde earlier said Grand Ole Opry. That would be so sick. I would love to have a pub deal. I love songwriting.
Yeah.
Like, I never knew how much I would love it until recently. And I've done it for years, but like that every single Friday with Ray, shout out Ray Ailey. I have just grown to love it so much. And I love it in a way that, like, I feel like your typical songwriter will say, I love it because, you know, it helps me with my emotions. It helps me feel things. It helps me go through things. And all those things are true. But something that I've fallen in love with is making commercial music, which sounds super controversial. But I love the challenge of, like, okay, we're going to write a #1 song today. We're going to write the truck song. We're going to write the thing that's going to be on the radio. Right. I feel like it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And I really, really have fallen in love with that. So I think a pub deal would be super sick. Also, if I wind up doing Clutch socials and I'm doing Timmy McKeever's socials, like, I'll be happy as a clam.
On the tour bus, the green tour bus, people.
Seriously. Yeah. But I think my answer to that a couple months ago would have been like, it's going to be this or else. And now I'm just in a, like, you know what? I don't know that God's going to bless that. I'm just going to do.
God will bless it. I tell people every day, I'm like, step into the life as if you're already living it.
Oh, yes. No.
I have the #1 podcast in America. Did you know that?
Yeah.
100%.
Of course you'd say it.
Everybody
100%.
knows that.
Everybody knows that.
100%.
Yeah. Right. I act as if this is the biggest podcast in Nashville.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Act as if 100%. But I'm also open to, like, you know what? I'm just going to take the next right step.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do the best damn job that I can.
Absolutely.
And if I end up somewhere where God wants me, then
if it's not your door, that there's other doors.
Yeah, but
Until people are like, what? I tried. I'm like, there's another door with your name on it.
mm-hmm.
You know? And that's probably really hard as an artist, you know, because, you know, even from this podcast, you want to please people.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You want, but I had to learn that not everybody are my people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That's hard. It's hard.
I really had
I'm
to
totally
learn that
people pleaser.
sometimes no is the best answer because that's just not the person that's going to get you where you need to be or that you're going to align with. So I kind of, I've had to learn that although I love my personality, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
You know, it's like music.
Yeah, not everyone's going to like what you're doing. And maybe, like, one person may love it and one person may think it's the worst song they've ever heard, but that's why there's a skip button, so.
That's why there's a skip button.
If you don't like it, move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to have to make a little graphic for your thing.
Yeah.
Timmy McKeever. That's why there's a skip
That's
button.
why there's a, nobody skips on you.
Hopefully not.
No.
Nah,
Man,
turn that
don't be
shit
ridiculous.
up.
Turn it up. Yeah, and I know it's really hard, but I can tell you, between you and Mitch, you're probably the two hardest working people I've ever seen. There's not a lazy
you.
bone in either one of your bodies.
Thank you for saying that.
And the people that you work with, you mean so much to them. Like, I feel like when I got you guys, I got a family. I didn't just get, like, I got a family. Literally, I got a family, and it's such an amazing... It's so incredible when I see, like, I cheer for everybody so hard, and when you see them take even just a little step, you're like, yes, yes, you know, it's such a good, and you'll be at the Grand Ole Opry, don't be silly. Do they have tour bus parking is the real question.
I'm pretty sure they do.
We can get that figured out.
Yeah.
We can totally get that figured
Yeah.
out. We know
I can't
some people.
wait for the little parking sign. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have one, too.
You know the little
Can I
parking
park at your
sign
spot
stuff?
if you're not there?
Of course.
Thanks. I appreciate you. But yeah, it is such a good... All right, now I'm going to have to ask you this because, you know, we're fam and I dig deep a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Are there kids in the future?
Absolutely. I don't know when, but, like, ever since I was a kid, I am obsessed with my mom. I am absolutely 100% like a mama's girl. I love her. I think she's the greatest woman to ever exist. If anybody hates on her...
Texas will take my car, big wide open spot.
Mm-hmm. So
I already got a shovel in the back. I just
yeah. So I've always been like, oh my God, I want to be just like her. Like, I want to be a mom. But I also am 25 and I'm doing a following a crazy dream and also living a crazy lifestyle. We could not fit a crib in the van. Although Mitch is 30 and has baby fever, and he will tell you that we can always put in a hammock. He says that.
You know, you can open a drawer technically.
He said that too. But our dog, it would be real complicated. But absolutely. I think we've talked about like 2 or 3 years. We're going to feel it out in 2 or 3 years.
Well, you're going to have Uncle Timmy and you're going to have Aunt Deb.
Uncle Timmy. You are a good uncle, aren't you? Didn't your sister
I try to be. Yes, she just did.
Yeah, I saw your post and I was like, oh.
When you did the face with the baby, I was like, oh my goodness, it was so great. Did you see the post of Timmy as a baby?
No.
Good golly.
I bet you were
put on
cute
there,
baby.
I go, I didn't think you got any cuter. That you were like you started that cute. That's so amazing.
People tell me I still have the same smile. I
totally
lost
have the
it
same
for a
smile.
second there, and I just like forgot how to smile when I was like in my early teens and like middle school.
That's
and then
so
now I like
common.
learn how to smile.
Like
and
it's
I'm
almost
"Alright,
like if you have kids that are in middle school, you're like, I don't even like you. Where'd you come from?
Oh, I didn't even like myself in middle school.
Nobody does.
Like,
Yeah, I
Nobody
look back at my middle school years and I'm like, oh.
That dude.
were people nice to you, Timmy?
Yeah. I mean, I got shade sometimes just because I was a musician and I was like different and like everyone was doing sports and I was like same thing as you. Like I was playing bars.
So
on
like
the weekend.
he's gonna like think he's gonna make it big, right?
and at the beginning I didn't have any credibility. I was just doing it and people were like they would hate on me and like I mean I when I started posting on TikTok they would always everyone always has an opinion on it, right? They're like, oh, you're so weird for that, and then I mean nowadays they're all like, yeah, we're proud of you. So it's like like you kind I feel like
full circle.
Yeah, people don't see the vision until it's right in front of them.
Absolutely.
So. Yes.
You know, and that's what Big Vinny was talking about is like when you take the chance to put yourself out there, you're opening yourself up for criticism. But what I've learned just from this podcast is like they weren't my tribe anyway.
100%.
Right.
That's hard to learn as a people pleaser.
I'm a reformed people pleaser.
I'm reforming.
Because I know the damage that
Deb's
people.
helping.
I totally, girl, totally. We'll like tomorrow morning we'll have a little yoga session. Okay, we're not morning people. We have a big day tomorrow, but it is, because when you're pouring from an empty cup, there's not. And you know what? Here's what I've learned. Simple phrase: some will, some won't. Who cares? Who's next?
Yeah.
And I've learned, as obnoxious as that sound, I've learned then don't watch it.
Yeah.
Even though it's the #1 podcast here in Nashville, you're going to miss
true.
a lot. But I mean, and that's it. And you really, when you open yourself up to the public like this, you really have to know that you're going to get some criticism back. And Big Vinny's like, and I pray for them. I'm like, oh my God, I need to get to that point. Because when you're from Philly, you're like, I'm going to throw punch him. That's your immediate reaction. Right.
See,
your
when
immediate
I love you,
reaction.
I
I
literally love you. Yeah.
But I mean, literally, when you're from Philly, you're like, I'm just going to throw punch him. That's what's going to happen. Right? I mean, Rusty says this on the regular. He's like, we're going to go have dinner. We're not going to threaten to throat punch anybody. It's going to be, I'm just going to need you to sit there and drink your drink and don't threaten. But I'm such a lover of people that when I get it, like when how you get those people that like, you're not doing anything to please these assholes. Nothing. Right? And like, to me, I'm like, then I got to dig deeper. I'm like, what wound do you have? Rusty's like, eat the freaking chicken. Like, shut up and eat the chicken. Because,
That is so funny.
But, the best way to get out of people pleasing that I have found, not only for myself, but with the people I work with, is like all that energy, right? Energy's everything. And all that energy that you're giving that, put that right back on yourself.
Yeah.
Right back on yourself.
Focus on pleasing yourself.
Right. Because doesn't matter if you're married, I know you got the greatest husband ever, you got to love yourself the hardest. You do. Yeah. You got to be your biggest cheerleader. You got to be the one who picks you back up on the days when you just don't think you can do it. And that's what makes you guys so special, is that you've weeded through this, this stuff. And I mean, at 25 and 18, you're not meant to hear hate. You're just not meant to.
Yeah.
So to know that you still, this is the energy I am. I know who I am. I'm authentic to my music, and I'm going to step back up and do it. And that is courage.
Well, thank you.
I mean, both of you are just like, I'm in awe of everybody we've had today. But, it is. It takes a lot of courage to put your heart and soul into something and step into the dream.
Yeah.
It really does.
It does.
And that's why, and then you have the other gig, and it is so crazy. So we talked about this on a Zoom the other night. And I was like, oh my God, don't waste money on rent, because it is. Now you're like, you got a landlord and there's stuff coming in, but
yeah,
we're going to maybe need to get a house before a kid.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
So we're starting to think, but my van is so cute. Like, I have wallpaper. I'll have to show you pictures.
I can only imagine.
It's a mess right now. All those videos you see on TikTok.
When you say you live in a van, I think people think it's like a shaggin' wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not it, man.
Yeah, no, my parents would not let me live in something that wasn't cute.
Right, exactly.
So I have wallpaper, I have a little makeup mirror. It's real cute, but it is a mess right now. All those van life videos you see on TikTok or Instagram where they're clean, they're lying to you.
Let me morph you into modern day, real, when my house does not look like it's from a magazine, because I am Pigpen.
That is literally
you'll see, there's a bracelet, there's Rusty goes around the house, he's like, can we have it? And I think that's the energy thing, because I'm always like, it's every call and every...
It's creative, it's chaos. Yeah,
honestly, ADHD, I swear to God, I need to be the poster child for that. Honestly, I do. But I think it's a genius thing.
If you saw my van right now, you would genuinely be like...
do you ever get to the point where you're like, that's it. It needs to be cleaned up.
Yes.
But then here's the problem. I do that, but then I rattle the entire family, right? Because then it's like, they're like...
Oh, what's wrong?
You picked today.
Right.
What happened to the unicorn?
It's like, well, it's a mess, and now it's going to be everybody else's problem.
Everybody's going down with me. If I find, I'm taking down the dog, everybody's going with me. And I go around the house. I swear to God, Rusty's going to watch this, and he's going to be like, this is
hey, Rusty.
Totally Deb. I'll like run my finger along after I've traveled for 3 weeks, right? Like it's his job to watch the dog, raise the children, do all the other stuff. And I'll like, and I'm like, we're living in this filth. And he's like, who wants to go out for a beer? Like, cause I'm also the chick that will go down the rabbit hole quickest.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody says fun, I'm like, I'm in. It's all my life. But yeah, it is. And it's a delicate balance. Life is a delicate balance.
100%.
Like I love it so much, I'm about to lose it, but somebody distract me.
Yeah, no, if you guys saw my van right now, you genuinely would be like, Hope, are you okay? Like,
right.
Are you, like, mentally, like, are you
do
good?
We need to do a wellness check?
Yeah, no, seriously. It's bad. But I'll show you pictures of when it was clean before we lived in it.
Right. We're not going to hold against you. We love you. We love you just the way you are. Clean, dirty, whatever it is. And you got the dog in there. I love it. Ocean was on, like, the first Zoom, like, paws up.
She loves people. Ocean is, like, one of the best things that ever happened to me. She's so cute.
Oh, I know. I love. Do you guys have a dog?
We have 3.
Oh, what kinds?
We have 2 Goldens and
that's what Ocean is.
one that's a Chihuahua, and she's mixed with a couple different breeds.
Right.
But
What are their names?
She's just a good dog. She's a dog.
yeah, she's a dog. She's definitely got some other species in her, probably.
Right.
But she's a sweetheart. I mean, it was my sister's dog that she bought freshman year of college, and then realized she couldn't take care of her, so handed it off to her.
Those are the best
handed
dogs,
her off to
though.
us, and now it's like 6 years later. 7 years later.
Those are the best.
We
My
still got
The
brother,
dog's got a stocking, right?
seriously, my brother got a dog, and he moved into an apartment. Eventually, he switched living situations that he couldn't have it, and so he let my mom take care of it for what was supposed to be a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That is my mom's dog now. But they're like some of the best dogs. Some of
I
those,
could
like,
never,
oops,
if
ended
somebody
up with a
dropped
puppy.
a dog off at my house, like people are like, you should foster. Well, first of all, I'm never around. I'm gonna have to foster on my tour bus that's coming very soon.
Yes.
Parking in Timmy's spot. I'm like, I could never get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm already nutsed out about the bird buddy thing in the backyard. I'm like, you're taking sunflower seeds from the squirrels. I'm like, he's like, you need to put a different platform, Deb. But it is like, if I had a child into my, there's no way I could give it back.
Yeah.
There's no way. It would then become part of my little group that's apparently not picked up. I guarantee you right now, for us, he sent us pictures. The house is spotless.
Yeah.
Because he just can get through life. Just
Deb said, I'm the problem.
Right, I know. I am the problem.
I am too.
And I
it's
do
okay.
this a lot too. And I had to give this up during my people pleasing, but I still do it to him because and anytime I can't do anything, I'm like, Rusty! Like my
same.
assistant throws his head back and imitates me, and he's like, it's a crack up. Like I can't get through the day. Like we lost power Sunday at 5:00 because of ice and snow, right?
Dang.
Now I'm packing for this shoot. I'm trying to get the staples. Had to be done. There was all this stuff going on, right? And the power goes out. I'm like, how are you going to make dinner? He's like, he grilled a steak. I don't know if you see it, so I put it on.
I did with the tomato and mozzarella.
I'm like, God,
That's
this
my
man
favorite
was
snack.
meant to be my human.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, do you know what my passcode is to my Google? He's like, yes. Like, oh, usually I do it to you, Hope. I'm like, Hope, what's my TikTok?
Hey, what's my password?
All right. So where are you playing soon? Anywhere soon? Do we have anything booked?
Nothing. Right now, I'm literally just in album mode, and we have a new song coming out here shortly.
When?
I don't have a date yet
because
we're
so
adding
damn
polishing.
non-committal. It makes me crazy.
No,
like,
seriously.
You're like, I got something coming up. I'm like, you're not going to share it with me.
No, the second I know, I will share it with you. We just got a mix back, and I have to tell him, like, okay, yes, it's going into mastering, or
change this.
yes,
Right.
give notes. So I'm really excited about that one. It's a sad one, and I feel like I only release like bops.
Yes.
Like
well,
fun
you
stuff.
told me I was a country bop star.
Oh yeah.
You're like, Deb's never been with like big videos.
Yeah, she loves country pop.
You don't even
And I
know.
love that.
I love it.
It's my favorite
It's
in the entire world.
ridiculous. Like I'm like, then I get an adult like Big Vinny in here, and I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about.
I don't even know what to talk about. That podcast was really, really good.
It was beautiful. It was all the podcasts are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it is.
You do a great job.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. But you don't even know what an honor it is. Like I watched you explode in 6 months. I got you fresh out of Cali.
You did first
day, and then 6 months later he comes walking in, and I'm like, holy shit. you know, and it makes my heart so happy, you know, to see you not only in the creative side with, you know, with Clutch Social, but as an artist, I'm like, this is a good job.
Thank you.
It is such a good job to see you guys morph into the human beings and your future is only bright. I'm super excited, and you and I have we got a week.
I'm very excited.
I am so excited. We're taking over country. Right? We're taking over. We got invited.
Let's do
My podcast is going, and
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
me and Hope and Mitch, and we're taking over.
Number
Heck
one
yeah.
podcast in Nashville.
That is it, my friend. That is it. So, where can the viewers find you?
Everywhere at Hope Blanchard Music.
Yes.
So, all the things. TikTok,
Let's give a little shout out to
Instagram.
Clutch Social, because to me,
Shout out Clutch Social.
it is such a bizarre concept to me that you handle your own social media.
Yeah, I don't know how I do it.
I don't know
honestly.
how you do
a
it
lot
either.
of YouTube tutorials
Yeah.
and figuring out how to do it, and now I kind of just do it, and it's like
You're
at
really good at it.
Thank you so
like
much.
I was talking to Mitch the other day.
That last song, just like that.
It took a while to get like even
All the
decent.
transitions that you've been doing
Thank
too.
you.
It has
Like,
been killer.
You have like a
I
you're
try,
very
I
good
try.
at it. Like
Thank
I
you
told
so
Mitch,
much.
I was like, man, like I'd kill to do Timmy's socials, but then I'm also like, but like Timmy's killing doing Timmy's socials. But at some point, it is going to be like you're on
Yeah.
tour and you're doing things, and
Then
you're like,
you'll
okay, I
be-
can't
you'll be
post.
Like, Hope.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll
Hope!
hit you all up.
Yeah,
I'm
seriously.
Like, right. I'm like, Hope, I'm getting my hair cut. She's like, I think I cut bangs into my hair this weekend. I'm like, oh my God, this I love.
I
her.
did,
Like,
and I'm wearing them as curtain bangs right now because my hair dryer.
It's
They
damn
look,
right.
they look, I think they look
You're
great.
rocking it, sister. You're totally rocking it. How do we get in touch with you guys, you and
Yes.
Mitch, for social media or podcasts?
So you can go to clutchsocials.com or look us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the things, and shoot us a
I
message
mean, they
or
got the
DM.
number one podcast in Nashville, for God's sakes. You need these people.
Period.
You
Period.
need these people.
We have the number one podcast. Soon we're gonna have Timmy McKeever.
Right, and we're taking the dog on the tour bus.
Yes.
Damn straight.
That's it. We're taking everybody. I love you.
I love you.
It was an honor. It's an honor to work with you. It's an honor to have you as a friend. And for you to be here as an artist is like full circle moment.
It's really
And
fun.
It's the best. You're going to come back.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to be back. And,
Absolutely.
and,
Whenever
know,
you want.
Absolutely.
Just
We'll
make
do-
sure I'm not behind the camera in my sweatpants.
I know. It was crack up. I'm like, when I came in and she's like all professional, I'm like, I'm going to go and do my makeup with Hope just to hang out with her for a little bit. But
Oh, that was so fun.
yes, but I am so excited for your future.
Thank you.
We are cheering you on, right? You got our love and support, and
Thank you.
Mitch, shout out to you. We love you too, my friend, and let's go kick ass this week.
Heck yeah, let's do
go.
it.